What is going on, guys, and welcome to CSS tutorial. In this video we're going to talk about lists and how to style lists in CSS. So the first thing we would need to do, we were going to create an order list, and I'm just going to say that I will have, like, let's say 3 list items over here, and I'm going to say that it's going to be home, over here home, and then I'm just going to copy these ones over here, and it's going to be about, I guess, and the third one is going to be contact, right? Contact. That's going to be our 3 lists over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a class, and I'm going to give it a class, I don't know, 1. So this is going to be my first unordered list. And what I'm going to do over here, I'm just going to take this, copy this, and paste it a couple more times. And over here, I'm just going to write that this is going to be a 2. And the third one, I'm just going to create a ordered list already. So I go over here and then I would write OL over here. That's going to be our order list. And the name of the class is going to be 3. And over here would need to change it to OL. And you can see that now I have 1, 2, 3. And I just opened a new line. So let's go down here and let's copy this, the last one over here. And copy this and paste it, and now we have OL. So now we have 4 lists, 2 of them unordered, and actually 2 of them ordered, right? So what we can do is we can go and start styling over here. So the first thing that we can do is we can click quick edit, and we can create new rule and list style type. Let's say always we're gonna probably go for something like none over here, and you can see how these little square round circles disappear, right? However, if you wanna do something more specific, you can always say that, let's say that you would want to style it, in some way. So let's say if we press over here, we have a circle, and if we just delete this again, we have another one. We have a lower Greek, lower Latin, upper alpha. I mean, you can see what's happening. We have all kinds of types over here that we can choose for list type if we wanted to. But in most cases, I'm just warning you that most likely you're always going to do something like this, right? Now, we can always also do is we can actually use it a list style as an image. So if we go over here and we write image over here like this, and again we would need to specifically say where we're getting it from. So I'm just going to go to images, and let's try with Kevin Hart, right? Well, the image is very big, so it's not going to work really well. Now you can see that it's, I believe it's like what, 800 by 450 pixels. So what's happening is, let's go over here. So you can see that right now this is like huge. I mean, you can see it on the left side. It doesn't really work that well. So let's try it out maybe with that Walmart lady. Maybe it's a little bit better. Walmart JPEG. Well, it's still pretty big. So I think that was my smallest image, but you get an idea. If you get really something small, you can actually do it like this. You can actually set the images. Maybe the coffee beans were big, smaller. How much was the coffee bean? Okay, let's try the coffee bean. That's going to be our last one that we're trying. So we go over here, and we're going to try the coffee, right? Well, still kind of big. Even if we make the size bigger, it's still going to work the same way. Okay, so you get an idea. If you get an image like that, you can actually use it if you want. But for now, this is obviously, it's not going to look very pretty because they're so massive. So I'm just going to go again, delete this, and I'm just going to leave it as list style. And I'm just going to say that I don't want, on the first one, I don't want a list style. Now, we can also, what we can do is we can place the markers inside. So if I go to list number 2, and I'm just going to say quick edit again, and I'm going to create a new rule. And this is going to be list style position. You can see over here. And you can see that this is inside or outside. You can see that if I move it inside, you can see how my whole text moved over here, right? So this is what we can do with that. And the last thing that I want to show you is basically how we can start styling, let's say, the whole the list separately from the list items. And let me show you what I mean. So over here, I'm just going to leave this inside. However, if we keep moving, what I can do is, let's say I can style the actual, you can see that I'm styling right now the whole thing. So if I could say background color, and I would go with background color, and then I would go again with my most famous red over here, right? But if I would want to, and actually affect only the list items, so let's go over here, and then I select a class 2 over here, and then I say li, and then I open it up, new one, and you can see that it's only affecting right now these items. You can see that this has moved. So over here I would write background color, and I would write in a background color. I would decide what kind of background color I would want, right? So in this case I'm just going to say aqua. So you can see what happens, that I'm actually styling the list items separately from the actual list. Now we could also do something a little bit differently. So let's say that we're just going to delete this one for now, the whole thing for the number 2, and we're just going to save this for now, and let's just jump to our main CSS, and we're going to say that all of them, the ULs and OLs, have no list list style is going to be none. And the next thing that we want to do is, let's say for ULs, for all the ULs, we're going to say background color, and we're going to say the background color is going to be like this. It's going to be aqua. And for OLs, we're going to do something for ordered lists. What we're going to do is background color red over here, red like this. So now you can see what happens. And let's say for all of them, for all the list items, what we're going to do is we're going to set UL li. We're going to set background color yellow, not red, yellow, over here like this. So you can see again, I've done pretty much the same thing. I've created this these lists to appear differently, and I can obviously do the same thing over here. If I just copy this one right here like this, and I'm just gonna copy and start over here, paste it, OL, and this is what I have. So you can see that I could have done it this way also. So basically what I'm doing over here is, when I'm selecting an ordered list, I'm basically just dealing with an unordered list. However, there is a case where I want to access the list items. So what I do over here is I select the first, what I want would be the element, which is actually a UL, and then I would write over here, I would write the list item. And if we would actually be placing a anchor tags within the list items, if we wanted to access anchor tags, we would actually write something like this. So then we would actually be dealing with anchor tags that actually are inside, but we're going to cover that in later videos. For now, I just want to show you that there's a difference whether we're styling just the unordered list, or we actually styling the parts of unordered list, which are the list items. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.